Hey, you, real quick, before this video starts, I'm releasing an album next week. An album called Under the Static. It will be releasing next Tuesday. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. You know, it's really creepy, really experimental. I'm super proud of it. Next Tuesday. Bye.
Back when I was just a young and didn't have me nothing. Always up to something, started getting money. Now I'm off and running way through how the function, call it coming up.
Goddamn, what a fucking legend. What the fuck is up, everyone? My name is Thomas, and welcome to a brand new video. Now, I kind of figured that because I talked about bad rap and how shitty rap is nowadays, I feel like I need to talk about the good rap and like who are like some of my inspirations and who some of my favorite rappers are and like what they do and what they provide or provided for the industry. Now, before I actually start talking, I just want to say once again, I did release a song last week, but yeah, let's get into it. A friend of mine actually brought up a good point saying like it's not all like hopeless and that the rap industry is not exactly like just gone. There are people, like I mentioned, that like are still keeping the industry alive. People like J. Cole, Logic, Eminem, of course. You know, some of the legends. And let's not forget all about the legends. Like, you know, we can't forget about like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, you know. But yeah, no, like, but like some of my inspirations today who are rappers today or were rappers, let's just like kind of like go from like my top three. Here are like my top three favorite rappers, I guess. Number 3 would probably be Super Duper Kyle.
I know something only I know. I got superpowers, but that's something only I know.
Now, Super Duper Kyle makes a lot of like happy songs, like feel good type of songs, but at the same time, he also makes a lot of like emotional, personal songs. You know, songs like Ups and Downs.
In my spare time, punching walls, fucking up my hand. I know that shit sounds super crazy.
Every time I hear Ups and Downs, I just like kind of relate a lot to it. Some of the things that he says in that song, I'm just like, I find it a little too close. I'm just like, what he was saying, I've done. Like the part where he says he's breaking walls and shit, you know, because he's so sad. Like, I feel that on a personal level. Kyle's like extremely good with lyrics and flows, and he has just like a very unique voice. Like a voice, you hear it immediately, you go, yeah, that's Kyle. Or like his sound, like of his music, you know that that's a Kyle sound. And like, I'm really looking forward to future albums like Beautiful Loser, Smile, Lie to Mine, all amazing albums. 10 out of 10 in my personal opinion. I actually started listening to Kyle because of some close friends of mine. My friend Jaden, love you baby boy by the way, and my friend Kyle, who is not actually Kyle, but Kyle showed me Kyle, if that makes sense. Otherwise, like, I would definitely suggest you guys give Kyle a listen, because like he's worth it. And a lot of the things that he talks about most of the time, or it's like half and half, I would say. He talks about the happy stuff, you know, like summertime vibes and stuff like that. But he also talks about like the sad stuff in plenty of his songs as well. And goddamn, just fucking listen to this.
Haircut like the 80s, yep. Don't need a Mercedes to maneuver Uber everywhere.
That shit's lit. Up next, I would say like my second favorite rapper of all time is Logic.
Fuck rap, bustin' like an addict with a semi-automatic. Who'da had it and he ready for anybody to buck rap.
Bro. Fucking genius. Logic is a lyric master, in my opinion. The man can flow, the man can write. Everything about his music is just fucking lit. He made a song with the fucking legend himself, Eminem, and like the first time I heard that, I cried tears of joy. Maybe not literally crying tears of joy, but like I wanted to cry tears of joy. That's just how good it is. Every time I hear Logic, it gives me inspiration to write a brand new song. Almost every single time, you know? He has a lot of like old boombox type of beats. He has a lot of like trap beats, you know? His trap stuff would be like Bobby Tarantino 1 and 2, and a lot of his like boombox beats would be like Young Sinatra, his Young Sinatra stuff, which actually ended a while back. And recently he just dropped an album, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Really good album, in my opinion. A lot of people are like hating on it, but I personally like love it. Some of my favorite songs in that album would probably be like Don't Be Afraid to Be Different.
Came in the game on my neon fresh. Won the first rap Grammy, so I guess I'm blessed.
The song he made with Will Smith. Goddamn, that shit's lit. Or Cocaine. What's the song he did with G-Eazy? Goddamn, I forgot what the song. But I think Keanu Reeves, Homicide. I think all the songs were really good on that album. But I think my personal favorite is Confessions of a Dangerous Mind itself. Now, like, I can't really relate to what he says as far as like the whole social media thing and people like bullying him and telling him like to kill himself. But like, the more the more like emotional level of that song, I definitely feel that, and I definitely like relate to it on the emotional level, like how he's feeling, what he's going through. You know what I mean? I kind of like relate to it. Now, my number one favorite rapper of all time is the recent Mac Miller.
Was feeling like you hot enough to melt, yeah. Can't trust no one, can't even trust yourself, yeah.
Now, what can I say about Mac Miller that isn't already said? If you know me, you know I fucking love Mac Miller. All of his songs are like inspirations to me. Mac Miller is probably one of the biggest inspirations to my music of all. Like, I made a song dedicated to him, kind of not. I don't know. I guess you'll see later. Mac Miller is one of those few artists where like his music actually brought me to tears. The first time I ever heard his Swimming album, the first song on that album is called Come Back to Earth.
I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head.
And like, I relate to that song way too much. The words that he's saying he's stuck out in his head, and like he can't get out, and like he's sad. I can just like relate to that song a lot. And the first time I heard it, I literally just cried. Like, I was brought to tears. And that can be the same for like some of his other songs that he's made in his past albums. But like his entire Swimming album, I could just relate to. And when he died, I was really sad. I did cry a lot when he died, because like his music was such an inspiration to me, and it like touched my heart a lot. I don't know how to explain it. I remember I was actually working, and I was on drive-thru, and I was taking an order, you know, doing my thing, but like, hi, welcome to this coffee shop. What can I get started for you today? And then my manager comes over and she goes, Mac Miller died. And literally the entire world just went still. Like, at that exact moment, like, bro, I started crying. Like, oh my God. Mac Miller is a very good example of like people maturing through their music. Started with Blue Slide Park. Blue Slide Park is like a very like frat boy type of album, you know, like we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna have the fun times, you know, like Blue Slide Park, Diamonds and Gold. Goddamn, there's a lot of good songs in that album. Of the Soul's a good song. And then like you go to Watching Movies with the Sound Off, that's another good album. It's like a super trippy album. I wouldn't say it's like you'll hear it and you'll know exactly what I mean by it's trippy. Aquarium's a good song on that album. Watching Movies, One Match, the one he did with Absol. I totally said that wrong probably. Avian, like that's a fucking good album. And then you go to his Good AM album. That album is more like less sad and more like this is hype, we're gonna have a good time. You know, songs like Clubhouse, songs like Weekend, the one he made with Miguel, those are all like really good songs. Or The Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine is definitely his most like romantic album. And, like, he definitely made that for Ariana Grande. I mean, like, I don't know if he said it exactly, but there's no doubt in my fucking mind that he made that for Ariana Grande. And then Swimming. Swimming is, like, a really important album, in my opinion, because of, like I said, how much I relate to it. You know, you got Come Back to Earth, you got Hurt Feelings, you have What's the Use, Self-Care, Wings, Jet Fuel, 2009, which is a really good song, and every time I hear 2009 I almost cry. Let's see, what else is he on? So It Goes, just like a really good album, and like all of his songs are like about hope, but also being sad at the same time, and being stuck and just basically swimming. That's probably why it's called Swimming.
Better say that shit with your chest. Okay, well, I'ma be here for a while longer than I did expect to.
Anyway, everybody, I'm like, I know this wasn't really like structured very well, but like I just kind of figured I should talk about the good stuff. And, you know, I figured because I talked about the bad stuff, I should probably talk about the good stuff as well. Anyway, guys, love you guys. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to check out my song, link in the description, all the above. And I am releasing an album next Tuesday, a week from today, so I'm really excited. I'll have a trailer out by like Thursday. It's gonna be cool. Alright guys, see you later. Bye.
I'm counting down every minute, every second, baby. I'm losing control, baby.